Hey, hey, lovely people. I'm just going to check something. I think I'm having a problem going live on YouTube again. I don't know why. I have to figure it out. Anyway, how are you? It's lovely to see you. I will make sure it goes up there later. There's something strange on my screen. It's a beautiful sunny day here, but oh my goodness, it's a little bit colder. So I've grabbed one of those sweaters that I was showing you last week, my wave crest, and it's time to put on the knitwear, which is really nice. Not that we haven't stopped putting on the knitwear. Not that we haven't stopped putting on the knitwear. Does that actually make sense? We keep putting on the knitwear the whole time, but now I feel like it's really good time to get some proper jumpers going. Hi, I got you on Facebook. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know what's this keeps dropping my connection with YouTube, and then I have to reset it up, and I can't. Anyway, it's something funny. I'll have to have a little look at it and see. For ages, it just goes fine, and then it packs up on me, and I don't know what's wrong. There's probably some key piece of information I'm missing, because my way of learning technology is just push buttons until things work. It's quite random, but it does seem to work for me. Anyway, how are you all? I hope you're having a lovely day. It's so cold down there. Oh my goodness me. Hebe's having a spin around the house and the log burner's going. I came outside last night, and I was walking across to this space where I am now, just in our garage, obviously. And I could smell in the air someone had lit a fire. It didn't feel quite cold enough for us to light a fire, although I blew up the oven yesterday. I didn't mean to, but I left something cooking on the oven, and it just boiled over. And when I went inside on the stove, and then when I went inside, it appeared that a lot of water had gone onto the stove, and then it had gone under the stove top, and then it had gone down into the oven and blew up the oven. Well, you know, it went poof, and blew something in the oven. So I thought, oh, great, that's a bit of a pain. And I had to get out the little, camping cooker. But it did cross my mind, I could light the fire, because if I lit, and one of our wood burners has got a cast iron top, so I can cook on it. But then I thought, it's not quite cold enough to light the fire here. And I haven't had the chimney swept yet. And I've got to sit here. I'm not going to be running back and forth putting wood in it. So in the end, I got the camping stove out, and I finished what I was doing on the camping stove. But yeah, that's what happens when you are engrossed in your knitting and in your work and all things to do with yarn. Just accidentally have little accidents like that. Hi from a cool Melbourne morning. A little cooler in Sydney last night, but it's humid again today. It's nice having some cooler evenings, though, don't you think? Nice. You people will all understand. It's nice having cooler nights. I like cooler nights. Just washed my wave crest today, getting warmer as our spring arrives. It's lots of rain, but that's Cornwall. It's still lighting the wood burner in the evenings. Is that you, Bronwyn? It might be. I'm not sure. It might be someone else. We've had the fire going this morning, says someone. That could be Terry, I imagine. Hi from a cooler Sydney, says someone else. It's lovely to see you all. So I thought what I would do today is, because we're down here in the Southern Hemisphere anyway, particularly in New Zealand, it's getting colder. So I thought, let's talk about yarn today. Oh, it is Terry. I thought it was Terry. You're always lighting the fire. You've got like a good fire habit going. So that's why I thought it might be you. Anyway, I thought let's talk about a little bit of yarn today. And so I thought, well, what better yarn to talk about than my yarn? So I'm going to show you some things just to whet your appetite, because, there's knitting in the air, people, and there's jumpers in the air. Oh, it is Bronwyn. Oh, nice. You see it? Look, guys, I know you so well. Someone added an extra quilt 2 nights ago and slept amazingly. Oh, you see, I think that's the thing. I think when you have a cool outside and more weight on the bed, oh, everything is so cozy. New colors. I haven't got the new colors yet. The new colors are coming. So the new colors, I'm not sure about timing. We've got 4 new colors coming. I cannot wait to show you them. They're just a little different to what we've had, well, obviously, because they're new colors, but it just takes us in a slightly different direction, I think, for some of them. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm not I'm not 100% sure about timing, just simply because of all the things that happened down Napier Way with the flooding. And there's been, just people trying to catch up and to make things just not, they're just not flowing like they were. So we're just going to roll with that. We don't mind. I could use more time to do some more tests. We all keep hearing that. So that would be fine on my part. But you guys just sit tight, because as soon as I know something, I will tell you. And we're adding 4 new colors to the range. There's a good quantity of everything at the moment, because another run was done not so long ago, but we will be slowly replacing some of the colors with these new colors. But at the moment, everything is there. So I'm going to get sun on me, aren't I? But it'll pass in a minute. Are you busy finishing tests? Yes, that could be anybody who's in my testing group, because there's lots of tests. Hi, Tamsin. Oh, I bet it's chilly in Rangiora. Oh, I bet it's really cozy putting on your knitting gear. Okay, so I have this mountain next to me of things. So I'm just going to remind you. I thought I'm going to remind you about some of the colors and some of the things that you can do with the colors, because it's really hard to imagine things on a big scale until you've seen them. It's really hard. It can be really hard to pick up a ball of yarn or a skein of yarn and see that big. It's really hard. And somebody sent me a picture last night of her wave crest, which is this one, which is actually just a wardrobe pattern at the moment, but it's coming out for everyone soon. So she sent me a picture of her wave crest. And hers had long sleeves, because the pattern has long sleeves in it too, long sleeves and short sleeves. And she'd knitted it in Joy. And I've seen this knitted up into a big jumper, Joy, already. This is Joy. So you can just imagine, close your eyes for a second and then open them again. And then imagine this in this glorious yellow color. Now, this is the second. No, the other one was a gingerbread that I saw, or a ginger snap. But this was Wave Crest Wayfarer in Joy, and it is absolutely stunning. It's stunning knitted up into a big sample. I'm actually getting a Georgie made for me, because I really wanted to show you, and I don't have time to knit it myself. So lovely Claire is knitting me up a Georgie in Joy, so I'll show you that as soon as I get it, because it's absolutely glorious when it's knitted up large. There's a lot of richness in this yarn. It's dyed on an oatmeal base, so it's got a little bit of fleck through it, and it really is glorious color. So that is the Joy. It's quite joyful in the middle of winter. And she showed me this one, which is Wave Crest. Yeah, knitted in Joy. So I don't have a big Joy to show you. I will soon, but I just wanted to remind you about this one. And it is an excellent, excellent choice for garments. This is my ginger snap. So the other one I saw knitted up in Joy was this one. And I think it was Helen. I don't know if you're here, Helen, showed me her ginger snap knitted up. And look, mine needs just a little bit of a cleanup, because I've worn it a lot and needs a little bit of a cleanup. But she showed me this one. So the patterning at the bottom really picks out beautifully in that Joy. This one I've made is Hope. This has to be one of my favorites, actually, Hope. Oh, good. Claire's knitting the second sleeve of Georgie now. Yay. I love that. I can't wait to wear that one. So this one, Hope, is this rich wine color, and it is such a lovely, lovely color to wear. It's a really beautiful color to wear. So if you are umming and ahhing about which one to choose, this one I think is really nice. This one and this one have been the most popular, and I think that's perhaps because there are patterns in them, so that does help. But this one has also been extremely popular, and this is Courage. So I'll just go a bit slower because I'm racing ahead. But what I wanted to say first was this Joy is just, don't underestimate how fantastic it looks en masse. It looks richer and deeper, and it has real flex to it. It's very beautiful. That was me. I just love the color. Was that you, Helen? Or Katrina? I'm not sure. I had a hat, coat, and gloves on out planting feijoa trees. Oh, nice. Planting feijoa trees. Oh, that reminds me, we've got some fruit trees that we could put in. That's a good idea. We're getting closer to that weather. I knitted ginger snap in Joy, and I love it. Brilliant. Someone said, I love my wave crest. I've knitted my Maudie in Joy. So this is Maudie here. This is Maudie in the Courage. And someone said, I knitted Maudie in Joy. If I'm brave enough, I will show you a knit night. I love it. Oh, goody. Yes, please. I'd love to see it. Our knit night for Wardrobe Toolbox. The doors have shut, everybody. So if you're in, you're in. It's a lovely, big, big group of people have joined. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all inside. The doors are shut. They'll open again later in the year. And our knit night is on Saturday. And everybody is going to be able to join. So yes, please. We'd love to see it. That was me. I just love the color. That might be, I'm not sure whether it's Helen or Katrina saying that. Morning, Libby. Very windy in the Wairarapa. Oh, I posted a pic in Wardrobe Toolbox, but I can post it in Truly Myrtle as well. Oh, yes, that'd be lovely. Joy is interesting as it looks different in different lights. It almost glows in the sunshine. Yeah, it really is delicious. So I am, but the other thing is, of course, all the yarns, these balls, all with the red label, these are all DK. I just grabbed all DK today. But I love this round yarn. Oh, here's my postie. I have to get her the mail. Maybe Mr. Myrtle will do it for me. I might have to like run and then run back. Sometimes I have to do this in videos. But it's really round and just the roundness of the yarn and this thread, it's because it's a 3-ply yarn. The roundness, I think she is waiting for me. Okay, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It's not every day that you get the postie coming in the middle of a podcast, is it? Okay, so yes, I was saying the DK yarns are really round. They're a 3-ply yarn, so it's like 3 plies all plied together. It makes a lovely round yarn, and it really suits this rich color with a 3-ply. The sport weight yarn is a 2-ply yarn, so it's 2 together. Oh, it was you, Katrina. Nice. So it's different. I'll show you in a second. It's different. But I am really drawn to that 3-ply round Joy. This one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I've showed you Ginger Snap. I'll just show you again. But Hope is lovely. This glorious wine color, burgundy color. It really is rich and lovely. And in the winter, it's quite kind of it's just like a nourishing sort of color. It's like those deep stews, red wine sauces, and all those beautiful things that we love to eat, or I love to eat in the middle of winter. And it just picks up the pattern at the bottom beautifully. You can see. So I think the Ginger Snap pattern is designed specifically for the Truly Myrtle yarn. So it's a really nice one just to reach to if you want to use that. Okay, let's see what you're saying. New project started, Maeve on the needles. Oh, goody. That's one of our Wardrobe Toolbox ones too. You'll see that. I'll wear that one this winter. 2 weeks ago, I was in the Hawke's Bay for my aunt's funeral. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I went to Skeins and I saw all your beautiful Truly Myrtle yarns. And yes, such fantastic and brilliant colors. Oh, yes, they are. I think one of the thing is, I think it's, they really are alive. They're alive colors. They're beautiful, alive colors. They're not flat. They're very rich colors. Oh, it was you, Katrina. Yeah. Never knitted jerseys, top down, only done cardigans. Well, jerseys are fun. They are fun. And you knit in the round. And I saw something this morning about the benefits of using circular needles. And I have to say, if you are on straight needles and you're tempted to use circulars, going for a top-down jumper, top-down jersey, sweater is a good place to try them. Hats, of course, are a good entry point. But really, just if you're embracing the circular needles, you'll be very grateful for them when you get into a jumper like this, because you knit it like that. You start here and then you knit it. And by the time you get to here, you're just going around and around. They're very satisfying to knit. I'd love them to Ginger Snap. Just got to get through everything else on my list. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back in that one again this winter. So this is one I've actually got on my needles at the moment. This is Rebel. And it's Rebel. It's just one Rebel, because I've got a Rebel cardigan. But I am thoroughly enjoying knitting this one. It's I've seen this one knitted up as well, and it is, again, it's just this rich electric, but it's not like screaming in your face kind of a pink. It's definitely got blue undertones, sort of cools it down slightly, but it's, I'm really looking forward to it. It's knitting up beautifully. So I'll show you that one soon. It's something new that's coming on my needles at the moment that I grab in my moments when I am talking to someone or having a cup of tea or sitting in bed. I've been knitting on this one. I've got quite a bit on my needles at the moment. But Rebel is another beautiful one that you can use for all of these that I'm showing you today, because the patterns I'm showing you have all been designed with the Truly Myrtle yarn in mind. Well, almost. One of them is a little bit different, isn't it? I'll show you that now. So Maudie was one I put out originally in Skeins yarn for Wardrobe Toolbox. And then when I released it to everybody else, Ginger Snap is DK. Yeah, DK. So far, these are all DK, the ones I've talked to you about. And I've got one here that is sport weight. The Georgie that I'm getting made is sport weight as well. That's just a little bit finer. It's really nice mid-weight sort of weight yarn. So Maudie, when I put it out to everybody, I put it out with this version as well, because it came with the yarn. So the gauge is slightly different. And if you go back in my archives of my podcast, I do talk about it, how you can just make slight adjustments. This is a size smaller than I would normally have because the gauge is a little bit bigger. So the stitches are a little bit bigger. So where I needed, I think, a 22 stitches, I've only got 21, which means all my stitches are a bit fatter. They take up a little more space. I can only fit 21 in that gap. And so because everything's bigger, if I cast on 100 stitches at a stitch gauge of 22 stitches per 4 inches or 10 centimeters, it's going to be sort of this long. But where my stitches are all bigger and I cast on 100 stitches in that slightly looser gauge of 21, it's all just going to be that big. So if you think about it, everything's going to be bigger. So we went to the size below, and this is actually a size 3. Now, it does have a slightly different, well, it has quite a different feel to it because it's this pure wool yarn. The other yarn that I used for the Maudie had a lot of alpaca in it. It has quite a bit of drape and slink to it. This one is a little more sort of put together. It holds its shape beautifully. The stitch definition is just glorious in it. I think it looks really good. I'm very pleased with it, this cardigan. I wear this one a lot. It's got the little garter cuffs and the stitches down the sleeves, down here. And it's a set-in sleeve. It's really snappy. I like it. It kind of, you feel quite kind of put together in it, even though it's a woolen cardigan. I feel quite put together in my woolen cardigan. So I've seen this in lots of different colors. And I was thinking about some of the other colors that would look really fantastic in. I think these two would be particularly good, actually. I mean, all of them I think would look great. But Grace is that lovely round pink yarn. Again, it's got a real blush, like a cool blush. So it's just a lovely soft color. I've actually got that one over here as well. That is in the process of going. It hasn't quite got on my needles, but it's in the process of becoming a cardigan in the sport weight. So that's coming. I think Grace is really lovely. And you can just see in a lighter color again how the stitch definition is going to really pop. So you can get quite a different look just by mixing up the color. So that was Grace. And the other one I had here was this one, which is Explorer. And that is actually a tricky one to see. It's a rich, rich green. It's a beautiful, it's a cross between sort of an army green and a forest green. It has a little bit of both in it. To me, it's a beautiful cross. It really is lovely. So this doesn't have the lightness to it. So it will quite, that I was talking about before to pick up the stitches. It will still be like this. You'll still have good stitch definition to it. But I just think it would be really, really smart in a little cardigan and a jumper. This one is actually, I think a lot of people have used that for men's jumpers as well. It's a really good color. Grace, that's my favorite in the range, says someone. Grace has been extremely popular. I've just stocked up actually recently on more Grace. Yeah, so there's a bit of that. This is the DK, and I've got quite a bit of sport there as well at the moment. I've stocked up on quite a lot of stuff, so I've got good supplies going into winter now, but I can always get a bit more. But yeah, so that one, Explorer, is lovely, lovely too. I actually want to do something in that one. I want to do something in all of them. This is just my problem. I need to do them all. So yeah, so Morty is a really good choice. That one is out already, so you can get hold of that. Ginger Snap, that burgundy one, and Morty are both out, so you can just grab those and knit and be ready to go. This one that I showed you first, Wave Crest, will be out soon. If you're in Wardrobe Toolbox, you have got that or access to that. So this has been a really popular little jumper in there. I'm looking forward to that. We're not too far off me getting into this one, I think, in terms of weather here. So it's kind of cropped. It looks fabulous over some little jeans. I think it would look really nice with a little collar out the top as well. So it's this one, Wayfarer, is really fun. The cables are really lovely up the front, and it's yeah, it's good, this one. So I think I mean, you could do this in all sorts of colors, a little pop of color at the top. Yeah, Wayfarer. Did I say Wave Crest? So what happens when you have too many children? You call them the wrong name, constantly call them the wrong name. I know, I do it all the time. I look at a child and I start with, sometimes my brother's name comes in as well. My brother, my husband, then all of the children, and then finally I get to the one that I'm trying to talk to, which may be a girl. I've used all the names, but they're used to it now. I grew up like that. I'm one of 5. I grew up being, you know, you called all the names. John, what's your name? Whatever your name, you get whatever your name, you know, you, that one. Anyway, we're used to it. So the jumpers are used to it too. But anyway, Wayfarer is lovely in lots of different colors. I think, what would I choose? If I was going to, I actually do want to knit myself. I was going to knit myself a hot pink one, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to do something slightly different in it. But if I was going to choose another color, what would I choose? I don't know. What have you guys knitted yours in? I'm one of 15. A long story. Classic. Yeah, your mother would be there all day trying to find your name. And then the ones that begin with the same letter, not that I have any of those, but oh my gosh, you get just so confused. Okay, so if I was going to knit this again, and I think I would like another one of these with long sleeves and another long sleeve jumper. Actually, I think I'd like it in this. I think I'd go for a Storyteller. This is my favorite brown of all time. It's like a pinky brown, beautiful pinky brown. It's by far my favorite brown of all time. It really is quite a glorious color. So I think perhaps this with long sleeves in Storyteller would be pretty much perfection. I have got my eye on some of these new colors as well. So, you know, there's too many to choose from now. You should try remembering which identical twin is which. No, I didn't have identical twins. That would be just too hard. I think that would be too hard for me. I remember feeling very proud that I could tell my twin cousins apart when I was younger. And they apparently are identical. I could tell they weren't identical to me, so I could easily tell them apart, and I felt quite clever about that. But yeah, I can imagine that would get really complicating. Someone said, I'm planning to knit Ginger Snap. That's the one with the little band at the bottom in Storyteller. Yeah, it is absolutely delicious. I think I also want a little hat in this. This is a really lovely yarn, so I do want that one. Someone said I was wearing my Storyteller jumper yesterday, lovely and warm in this freezing Oamaru weather. Oh, would you make your Storyteller? What did you knit that into? I'm curious to know. So yeah, so Storyteller, I think that's what I would like to do. And the other thing I would like to do is I've got some mohair, and I don't know if you can see it back there. I got it from Bonnie at Union Fiber, and I'm thinking I might mix it with this. I'm not 100% yet, and I might use the sport weight and hold it double and have kind of a fluffy version of one of these. So I don't quite know what yet. I might have to do something new for it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that with a bit of mohair too. I've got lots of ideas. My Hebe is in Storyteller and very warm for today's cold temperatures. Oh, yes. So let me show you Hebe. Hebe's the last one I have here. Hebe is a sport weight jumper. So this is designed just for Truly Myrtle yarn. This is just glorious. I love this color. So Sabrina's saying she knitted hers in Storyteller, which is this one here as the base for for her Hebe jumper. I used Curiouser, and Curiouser is this sort of dirty gold color. I love it. I was actually looking at the one I'm wearing today with this cool blue, and I've got really, really pale jeans on, and I like it with the pale jeans. This one, I have a pair of black jeans. I love wearing this over charcoaly black. It looks really good, but equally over navy. You could wear it over anything really, but that really vintage gold color. And I've picked out Grace and Joy and then Oatmeal. That's just the plain oatmeal color, which I also have as well. So they're all sport weight yarns. So it's a lot lighter. It's not as heavy. Let me show you one of these in comparison. You can't really tell, I think, on the screen. It's too hard. But this is a rounder, thicker, cozier kind of cardigan and jumper. They're really good when the weather gets quite cool. And this one, I've worn this one already, actually. It got really cold here over the summer, and I wore this one day over the summer, bizarrely. But this one is not too far away. I'll be in this one quite soon, I think. And it's got a little split hem at the bottom. See, it's got that just slight high-low hem with a little split up the side. It's really cute little thing. It just has the color work on the front, not the back, and little drop sleeves. So it sort of hangs a bit like that. You'll see me in it over the winter. As the winter goes, I'll wear this one a lot, I think. So that one is the sport weight. So there's good quantities of sport weight too over there. And yeah, this one's lovely. I've seen lots of different Hebes. Yeah, what summer, Muriel? Exactly. That's why I was wearing my Hebe jumper. Ridiculous. It's lovely today, though. And to be honest, autumn is my favorite. It's actually secretly my favorite, not so secret. Oh, wow. Your grandson said his version of autism means he can tell identical twins apart. That is really clever. He reads people differently. He also appreciates colors differently. Oh, that's really clever, Alyssa. It's really nice. Okay, so yeah, the fingering weight yarn is lovely. I think Terry is here, and she made this one. You're gonna have to tell me if I get it wrong, Terry, but I'm pretty sure she used, for her base color, was this one for this particular jumper. Here, it looked absolutely stunning. So she used that for the base, and then she used this one, the Courage, and oh, now I'm struggling to remember. Oh, I think it was this one. Was it that one? And Oatmeal, I think. The Cream. I think she used those, or maybe it was a bit of this Curiouser. Might have been that and that. Oh no, maybe it was that and that and Cream. It could have been that. She's here. She might tell us. But they look amazing together. Amazing. So they really are beautiful to try and mix and match. Oatmeal is one, not Oatmeal, this one here, Scholar, has been on my mind a lot lately. It's one of those, it's a very brown gray. Don't be mistaken. It's not a really gray. It's quite a brown gray. And I prefer it. I actually really like this gray. It's a lovely gray. It has a lot of brown through it. But I've had visions of this. I keep dreaming of this in a V-neck jumper, this particular color. And I just think, oh yeah, I can, it's sort of growing in my head. Yes, it's true. Everything Terry knits is stunning. That is true. I can see it growing in my head, this sort of V-neck, quite classic knit in Scholar. I think it would look gorgeous. Bit of waist shaping, a little bit like the Oatmeal sweater that I did way back, the cream one, but different. A little bit more structure, a little bit more detailing on it, I'm thinking, just on the outside of the V and some of the details, just so it gives it a little bit more of an architectural quality to it. I think that would be lovely, real classic kind of look. So that is Scholar. So that's all of them, I think. All those patterns are all available except grey school jumper. Exactly. I think that's what's been coming to me. I had a navy school jumper, but I can just see in my head, Grange Hill or something, one of those grey school jumpers. Is it grey? Do they wear those or do they wear green? I can't remember. Probably grey. Yeah, V-necks. Yeah, V-necks. I know. I've definitely got those in my mind for a couple of things, actually. Someone also asked me the other day whether I would do a DK version of Urchin, and I thought, oh, yeah, I think I will. I think I can totally see myself wearing that. But I think for that, I actually had a look through my stash the other day, and what I thought might be perfect turned out to be a sport weight, and I actually want a DKs, but I want something that is like a sweatshirt. Again, a sweatshirt version is what I want with, yeah, in my head, I just know. So I think I'm going to get onto that, and I'm sort of hoping I'll get that out this year, because I think that will be really lovely to wear, sort of sloppy. Did I finish Timely and DK? I did. Yeah, it's just over there. So that one is all finished, and it will be ready to go, but it's not out yet. The DK Timely will be out in April, around about between the 15th and the 20th, something like that. So I will tell you all about it as we get closer. Don't worry, you will not miss it. I will tell you all about it. But DK Timely is coming. I'm getting a little bit more done lately, which is good. So this one is the only one that you can't get right now, but you will be able to get it. Well, when the new colors come, I will endeavor to have it all out then. So it'd be a couple of months, maybe a few months away. But in the meantime, if you are in Wardrobe Toolbox, then you do have the pattern, or you have access to the pattern inside there, so you can grab it for yourself there. But that also uses DK. So I've got 3 DKs and 1 sport weight jumper here. So it's a start. And then I have also re-knitted a couple of shawls. I've got feathers, and I've got dirty lace. Are both now done in the sport weight. I didn't think to bring those today, actually. They're on my boxes, but those are just lovely, lovely to wear in the winter, because they're quite robust, sort of dramatic kind of knits to throw on you. They're really warm. So that's another thing to think about. I know quite a few of you have bought one of every color. And if you've got one of every color, those might be quite good choices. Something like dirty lace might be a really good choice, where you can just mix and match a few different colors together. I'm knitting Urchin and DK cotton, but it's knitting more like a sport weight. I did my maths from my swatch. Oh, good on you, Alyssa. Well done. I think that's right. I mean, I was thinking that the reason I'm thinking I will do it as a new pattern with a sweatshirt, and I'll just make it a little more sweatshirty, is partly because it is it's going to be difficult to find the sizes in the pattern. If people want to do that sort of quick way of doing it, for a lot of people, it's not going to be quite as easy for them to find the sizes, because there's a lot of stitches already in there. They need less stitches, and we lose sizing quite quickly down the bottom end. Yeah, sweatshirt Urchin. I think that'd be really nice too. Okie doke, everyone. Well, I just wanted to I just wanted to show you. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little dive back into the colors, to have a look at some of the jumpers when we're thinking, especially those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, when we're looking at the winter in front of us and thinking, oh, what am I going to put on my needles? There is still a bunch of time, because especially these DK knits, they whip up so quickly. There's enough time to really get some good, warm, woolly, cozy, deliciously warm knits on our needles and into our wardrobes before winter really hits. So, and those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, I think it's still quite cold, isn't it? Mostly. So there's still time for you as well. You could be all prepared, maybe get a little bit of wear out of it before spring really hits, summer really comes, and then you'll be ready when autumn comes back again. Okay, everybody, have a really happy week. I will see you next week. I'm losing track of the weeks. It's nearly Easter. I might have a week off over Easter at some point, but I'll let you know about that when we get there. And I will talk to you later. All right, everyone. Happy knitting. I'll see you later. Bye.